Hey there, I'm George Toby, photographer, filmmaker, entrepreneur, and fellow creative to many of you, and welcome to Coffee and Creatives. This podcast is for coffee drinkers and creative thinkers, those who love to enjoy a good cup of coffee as well as great conversation. Each week, I sit down with artists, entrepreneurs, and makers to talk about the real creative process, what inspires them, what challenges them, and what keeps them going. So if you're into creativity, coffee, and honest conversation, come and hang out with us on Coffee and Creatives.
Welcome back to another episode of Coffee and Creatives. This week we have some fantastic returning guests, Jon and Meg Brown.
Hey.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming back and being a part of this. We are going to dive into it. We're going to do a little bit of a quick question and answers. So we have a couple different categories. We're going to kick it off with fun and personal. So we're going to get to know you guys a little more. So you can decide if one wants to answer before the other or just the first person to answer.
First person is a race.
We should have a
We'll slap
buzzer.
the
I
buzzer.
should have got a buzzer.
I'll just
First
let
person
him.
to
It's
get the
fine. He's a good buzzer.
There we go. So we'll dive in. We'll go morning or night owl. Morning person or night owl?
Morning.
I flip-flop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had seasons of very, very much morning person, but I would say probably on average more of a night owl.
Okay.
Like I've spent
He's a night owl.
I've spent way more nights, either working or playing late into the night than I have early mornings.
Yep.
But I really like mornings.
I feel like some of like the best times that I have been like deep dive into like editing has been at night.
That's like every editor.
I think it's every editor, every creative. It's like at some point you're like, it's 1 a.m. and you're like, I'm good. Like I'm just rolling.
locked in.
Like
Just so you know, that will never be me.
never.
Never,
No.
ever.
But I've definitely had seasons where I would get up before anyone was awake to
And-
work.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For sure. I think that with either of those things, I need to like mentally kind of like prepare to
Mhm.
do either of those.
Yeah.
I can't just like on a whim be like, I'm just gonna edit until 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Like I'll just
It's got to happen naturally.
it needs to happen naturally, and I need to like there needs to be a reason for it.
Mhm.
I can't accidentally do that.
You also won't accidentally wake up early.
I also don't accidentally wake up
I do
early.
that every day.
Like, what's early for you?
Like regularly I wake up like 6:37.
Yeah.
But almost every day I will like wait, like actively be awake. Like I could get out of bed and just start my day probably like 5 a.m.
Okay.
Like I'll just turn in, I'll be like, oh, it's 7 o'clock. It's like, 6:37. It's time to get out of bed. And I look and it's 5 and I'm like, well, this sucks.
So then you try to sleep.
I try to sleep. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Most of the time I end up just lying there.
Mm-hmm.
But Hadley is very different with like, if she wants to like get work done, she'll go to bed early and then she'll wake up at like 4 or 5 a.m. and she'll like dial in
That's how I had
early
to
in the
do.
morning, but only doing like schoolwork or something like that.
Yeah.
But if it's anything else, she absolutely is a night owl.
When I was a student, that's how I had to get stuff done. Like once 10 p.m. hit, I couldn't work anymore. So then I would have to get up really early. But now I'm a morning person, but not for work. This is like this morning I got up for exercise.
Yeah.
And if I can watch the sunrise every day, I'm a happy person.
That's
Yeah.
Like
that's
that.
probably the best part of the morning, which
It's
makes
the
the
best
winters hard
Yeah.
when there's no sunrise. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know this next one, but coffee or tea?
Tea.
Both.
Both.
I mean,
You gotta- it's
I'm
gotta be one or the other.
I'm literally drinking coffee right now, coffee
Yeah.
that you made that is tasty. But if on any day, if someone said, would you like coffee or tea? I would always say tea. I
Mhm.
used to say none. Like I used to just be like, not interested at all.
Mhm.
But Megan's been working very hard at trying to convert me. She's successfully converted me to tea.
Yeah.
There's a number of teas that are like, that's my favorite drink. But coffee, I'll still like nearly every time you get a coffee when we're together, I'll try some.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, nope.
You're just not finding you're just not getting the flavor.
No. Every once in a while, like a nice coffee, I was like, oh, this is nice.
I think you need like a fruity coffee.
And
And I think that'll help
I don't even know.
tie from
I
the
don't even
tea
it needs
flavor
both
over.
milk and sweetener for him to care.
But the steam milk.
But
Yeah.
then what's the point? That's just covering up the
Lattes.
coffee.
See, this is why it's been
Flat whites, that's my go-to every day. Flat white,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Okay, a flat white is good. But also, I feel like if you can't drink coffee black, you shouldn't drink coffee.
That's true. I absolutely like anytime I get new.
So I can't drink coffee.
anytime I get new beans, like always have to try it black first,
Mm.
and then I'll alter it from there. Sweet or savory?
Savory.
Mhm.
Sweet.
Sweet. So
Yeah,
that's perfect. So you don't have to share snacks,
We share everything.
but you still.
And
do,
I
yeah.
sometimes am annoyed because I'm like, why are you eating this? You prefer something else.
That's a good point.
I don't dislike savory.
I know. I don't dislike sweet either, but with all my allergies, savory is just so much easier too.
Mhm. That's true.
Yeah.
That-
Favorite TV show or movie?
Right? Like presently?
This is so rude. I need to think
Of
about
all
this.
time?
I would say let's start with present, like presently TV show. Favorite TV show that you're either watching or just finished.
We just finished Stranger Things.
Yeah, but don't tell what you finished. Is that your favorite?
We both we loved Stranger Things.
Yeah.
We've been watching it like since it came out.
This is a hot
And-
take, but I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I totally understand.
It's just not my.
It's not everyone's we really like something scary,
Mhm.
but Meg has a hard time with gore, and Stranger Things is
Right
on the edge of where it's like it's intense and it's gruesome, but it's not a lot of like body gore.
That's
Yeah.
wrong. There's so much body gore, but I can handle it because it's not human body gore.
Sorry, yeah,
It's
it's
Monsters.
Monsters.
Monsters are
Monsters.
fine.
yeah. Yeah, I mean we quite enjoyed the finale, and it was great. But we're also watching Arcane right now, and
That's brilliant.
Love that.
and movie. What's favorite all-time movie? You gotta have.
Harry Potter, Goblet of Fire.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Specifically Goblet of Fire.
Specifically,
It
yeah.
is.
Also, not a Harry Potter. I wasn't allowed
You
to
know,
watch it.
I'm
so
gonna
I
leave
just-
right now.
I wasn't allowed
It's
to watch
been
it.
great,
so I
man.
just
Thanks for
didn't.
having
me. Yeah, thanks for being here.
Okay. I understand that not being allowed to watch it, but
Which is weird because I wasn't allowed to watch that, but I was allowed to watch Lord of the Rings.
no, because Lord of the Rings is Christian.
That's true. Christian basis, but there's still some.
The
I guess the magic
defense
really
falls
and
apart
stuff.
as soon as you're like, yeah, but Harry Potter is witchcraft. I'm like, what do you think Gandalf's doing?
That's true. There's
Herbalism?
definitely witchcraft. Well, is it witchcraft or is he summoning the spirit, the Holy Spirit?
Of what?
Is that what
the
the
Holy
Holy
Spirit?
Spirit-
Yeah. See, I've read the books, and it's the Holy Spirit for sure. Yeah.
I am finally reading through Lord of the Rings. I'm reading The Hobbit, and then I'll read all the Hobbits. And it's, to me, reading something like that is like my childhood coming to life and really using my imagination, because for me, reading is so like, I have to visualize either what's happening or the author themselves talking.
Hmm.
So recently, I think last year, we went and listened to Malcolm Gladwell, if you've heard of him,
Mhm.
big author. We watched him live do a talk about something. And then I read his books and I was like, this is amazing, because I could like visualize and almost hear his voice
That's cool.
through it. And so with The Hobbit, it's like watching it. It's like I know everything that's happening when it's describing it. I'm like, oh, I can see this because I've literally watched it.
Yeah.
So it
That
makes
is
it like
so
almost
interesting, 'cause
more interesting for me to read.
I tried to read Lord of the Rings for the first time last year. I was like, I need to do some classics. And I picked up the first one, which is what? Fellowship of the Ring. Thank you. I was like, can't be Two Towers. That's number 2. And I could not read it because I knew everything that was coming.
Oh, interesting.
So like
Not
this in the
everything.
same way, it didn't work for me, but I can actually reread Harry Potter as many times as I want. And if you ever want to get into Harry Potter, read the books.
I feel like I've gone this long without it.
Then you're
I think I can go.
no, it will
I think
satisfy
I can
so
go
much
the
more
rest of
because
my
you
life
waited this
without
long.
it.
And we watch all the movies every year, and you could join us and be fun.
It's true.
So
It's true.
Maybe.
you know,
Maybe we'll
food for
convert
thought.
you. If I were to say favorite movie, I think I would be it would be impossible.
Mhm.
I don't know how to say a favorite movie.
There is no favorite.
Just say Midsummer.
No,
It's
but
the worst one.
No.
Worst favorite.
A couple of my like go-tos if someone was like, what's a great movie? Sing Street is an incredible
Street.
it's like a B movie.
Irish.
Yeah, it's based in Ireland, and it's the story of this boy who wants to impress this girl in middle school, and the only way he can think of doing that is telling her that he's in a band.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, wow, that's cool. So then he goes back to his friends. He's like, we need to start a band. And it's
based on a true story.
no.
Okay, I was gonna say
It
that.
feels like it though. The whole thing
like-
feels like it.
It's based on the director's experience growing up in
Yeah.
Dublin, Ireland.
Okay.
And it is one of the most realistic depictions of songwriting that I've ever seen in a movie.
Wow. Okay, that's
Which as a musician, I really appreciated. All the music's actually performed. Like it's not lip syncing.
it's
like
them actually.
they
doing
actually
it.
sing.
Yeah.
Like obviously there's an incredible soundtrack.
Mm.
Lovely movie. Also right up there with Sing Street, Jojo Rabbit. Have you seen this?
No.
Taika Waititi's. Okay, so Taika Waititi is a New Zealand comedy writer primarily. Anyway, it's this story.
And he's an actor and he's a director.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's
the whole package.
very cool.
You know him. He's in a bunch of he's the droid in Star Wars. What droid?
IG-11 and
Yeah.
Mandalorian.
Oh,
Anyway,
This is the longest
he created this great movie about this boy. It's in World War II and he's growing up and the one thing he wants to be is a Nazi.
It's horrible.
But
sounds pretty
But
bad.
then, and I'm not gonna like spoil the movie, but then basically he finds out that one person that he knows is a Jew.
Yeah.
And so he's stuck in this like, wait, is what I believed wrong? Because this person's a nice person.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
it is
Okay.
really well
It's-
done.
It's not like a light watch, but there is like
I'll have to
really
add that to the
interesting comedy and tragedy. It's just a masterpiece. It's also very funny. Taika
Okay.
plays like a goofy version of Hitler,
Mm-hmm.
which like overall people would probably be like, oh, that's such like a faux pas movie.
That's what I think.
It's just excellent. Anyway, that's
That's
what I'll
good.
say about that.
Guilty pleasure snack.
I don't know if I feel guilty about it, but my go-to, this is the peak evening snack when I'm feeling munchy, is Kirkland's signature Himalayan sea salt ruffle chips.
Yeah.
Just original,
An
like
insane amount of salt.
with the specifically Costco massive green grapes.
Okay.
And
That's an interesting combination.
combo
grapes and chips.
is
like
so
but
good.
separately. Like
Like
you're
one
not
at a
taking a
time.
chip and putting a grape
No.
on it and
One at a time,
Just go back and
alternating the sweet and the salty, the crunch of the grape and the crunch of the chip. It's magic.
Okay.
Guilty pleasure, Nutella.
Just straight
Oh
out of
my
the
God.
jar.
Absolutely.
Nutella brand, like
Not
like
necessarily.
off-brand is
Not-
okay too, or
yeah, like it's just that like
that hazelnut,
hazelnut
chocolatey.
spread. Oh my gosh, so good.
Never had it.
Right up with there, you can also get, it's basically Nutella, but instead of made with hazelnuts, it's
Yeah.
made with pistachios.
Oh,
And
You can get it at Costco too.
yeah,
never had either.
it's just like, it's just absolutely the most not good for you thing ever, but it is so tasty.
Never eaten anything like that. I just don't eat because for the longest time I was allergic to like all nuts and stuff. Hadley tells me that I'm not anymore, but
But you're just still just like,
I just still just don't eat anything, so I just don't try stuff. I did one time try like a peanut-free peanut butter, and I was like, if this is the texture of what y'all are like saying is so amazing, I never want to try it. I
well,
thought it was
there's a lot
like,
of different textures.
the taste was bad, but probably because it wasn't actual peanut butter. But the texture alone was like, this is gross. Like, why do you?
there's a pretty big spectrum.
I also hate things that like can get stuck on my throat. I'm like,
Okay,
I don't want
also
this.
like
Might have a hard
add to
time.
that nuts if you have a nut allergy. Things sticking to your throat
True.
is problematic
Yeah.
in many ways.
yeah, that's true.
I understand.
a reasonable thing to avoid.
Most embarrassing work moment.
Oh.
Like either
I
while
thought you were
you're
gonna
like,
ask life moment, and
No,
I
what's the
cannot
most
share that on
embarrassing
here.
thing you'd like to
most
share on the
embarrassing
internet?
thing.
Most
Maybe like
embarrassing
something
work
you've
moment?
experienced like while you're like shooting a wedding
Oh,
or
I haven't.
something like that. No, you haven't?
I haven't.
Oh, you
I
haven't.
already thought of it. This past summer.
That's a fresh one.
I can't even share it. Okay. It was so hot at one of our weddings.
Mhm.
And we were out on the dock. The couple had just done the first look.
I was like,
He's
what
like, I
story are
know.
you telling? Oh, now I know.
All of the bridesmaids were down on the dock getting their photos taken,
Mhm.
and the bride was down there. And I was up above the dock, whatever, with the groom and the groomsmen just like waiting until there's something for us to do. And someone said like, oh, it's so hot. And can I get the wording right? I said to the groom,
they were commenting on it's hot out and we're wearing like full suits, blazer.
And I said to the groom, like, I can't even get the wording right.
So
I told him he was super hot.
This is what you told me you said. Is they said, oh, it's so hot out here. I mean, we're wearing all these layers. And she said to the groom who had made that comment, it's so hot. Like, you'd be hot with no clothes.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
But in the sense of...
It's so hot.
If you were wearing nothing, you would still feel hot.
I'm too embarrassed to even get the words out. But yeah, I told him he'd be hot naked.
That's a good one.
And all the groomsmen are there. And I was just like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. And like, there was no coming back from it. I couldn't make
there was no like, no.
No, I was just like, yeah, I said that. Bye.
At that point, you just have to own it.
Yeah.
Something else to do.
Be like, okay, John, I'll see you later.
Yeah. That killed me.
I'm sure there's more. The one that still just comes to mind every time someone asks me about this is the only time that I've fallen, like tripped. And this was like year 2 of shooting weddings. And they had this beautiful Muskoka wedding right on the lake. There's like a big lawn. And the recession was happening. They're walking back down the aisle. I'm walking backwards, recording them. And I had forgotten that at the end of the aisles, just on either side, they had these little stumps set out with like little baskets with
programs.
Programs or something like that. And I just fully
and this is
tripped,
right after, like right as
recession.
And I like fully like head over heels, like just absolutely eat it. And there was like a little basket of stuff that I just smushed
the whole thing.
Which they were really worried, like, oh my gosh, like, are you hurt? And I was like, no, my body's not hurt.
Just my soul.
Everything else is dead and has passed away.
And like he kept recording the whole time, so I watched that so many times of just like the sky and the couple going, oh.
So is that where you got your pan shots that
that's
you do?
Where he discovered.
That's where it all started.
It all,
you saw that, you're like, oh, this is the new thing. This
we used that shot in the film.
That's awesome. See, mine is the same. We were doing a Muskoka wedding near a dock, and we were walking down to the dock, and we were doing photo, and I wanted to get drone shots, like drone photo shots of them on the dock. And I was walking down, and I had just gotten new spider clips, like to put my cameras on my hips. So I had
nothing
one
dangerous
camera
about that
on either hip. So I had both of my cameras, and then I had my drone in my hands, and I was walking and just straight forward. I had nothing because I was like, I'm not dropping the drone. I need to do something. So basically elbows just straight down. And I was like, I just laid there for a second. And
I thought you were going to say you fell in the water holding all that
no,
stuff.
That would have been
was really
terrible.
scared.
That was going to be the end
but
of my
your
career.
elbows.
Yeah, my elbows took the brunt of it, but I was like, okay, at least everything else is safe and survived.
That did remind me of the time that I flew my drone right into the lake while shooting a session with a couple.
Did you get the footage back though?
So I had proxies on my phone, so I was able to do that. And the photographer had a drone,
so
and they were like, "Oh, well, the session's still going. You can get your shots with my drone."
And you had to jump in the lake to get the drone back.
I took all my clothes off.
Meg did jump in to see if she could get it, and it was just too deep.
At a session.
Yep. 100%.
Hey, you do what you got to do.
At
like,
what was that, 5 a.m. on a September morning?
It was
so it was
very
cold.
Cold.
That said, the proxies that we did manage to still use
some of the best footage
some
ever.
of the best shots.
Ever.
Ever.
Foggy, misty morning on the water. They're canoeing. Oh my gosh, like incredible.
When was that? I feel like I've seen
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
I remember seeing some of that footage.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna skip. No, this is kind of an odd one, but who's more likely to start a dance party?
Serious or not serious?
like not serious. Like just like vibing at home, and I hate that I just use that word.
Vibing at home.
Oh my gosh! Every time I use like what do they call it now? Modern slang or whatever. I don't even know what that might be.
You
like
feel like an old
2,
man?
3. I feel like an old man, and I
Yeah.
hate it so much.
Hey, vibe
well,
is
it's not
still.
that I feel like an
vibe's
old
still-
man. It's I don't want to associate with these words of the generation coming up. I want to use real words.
That's a true old man thing to say. You're an old man.
Yeah, you were fine, and then you just dug yourself in way too deep.
So let's say
Dance party.
you're
It's
just
gonna be
hanging
me.
Like it's spontaneous.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be me.
spontaneous. Just music's on, and
I would say honestly, probably both of us. Like we both do it. I
But
literally
it's
had a dance
never
party with
gonna
the kids
be-
yesterday.
It's never gonna be nice dancing. It's always gonna be
Yeah.
just shaking our butts.
yeah,
Yeah,
booty shaking.
we don't really do like we don't dance cool.
No.
Mhm.
That's
we
one of my
don't-
favorite things about you and your family is that nobody is a cool dancer, but
Nobody's
you're
a
all
cool
fun.
dancer. Just
Yeah.
fun dancing.
Yeah.
But like cool dancing is like kind of lame.
Yeah. Well, and
You
I
want-
think
Unless you
fun.
have actual skill, and
Unless
that's not
unless
lame.
you got some skill.
we
But
did try to take virtual swing lessons, as
Mhm.
in pulled up YouTube videos and tried to learn how to swing dance. And one of us is not coordinated at all. Guess
Do you
who?
know which one?
Meg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought.
Absolutely.
Was not
no,
a trick question.
No chance I could do that. So we don't dance
Well-
for real, but we dance for fun.
Hadley is always bugging me to take because she did dance growing up, and she's
Mhm.
always like, "Can we please go and do like a couple
Like ballroom.
salsa, ballroom, whatever?" She just wants to try everything. So I keep saying no because it's just not my.
Just do it with
I'll
confidence.
initiate like dancing at home, and then she'll be like, "Why will you initiate it here, but you won't go to a dance class?" I was like, "I don't want to dance in front of other people. We already had to do that at our wedding, and that was enough."
Yeah. Once. One
Once
and
is
done.
enough.
One and done.
This is a question to answer about the other person.
All right.
Weirdest habit your partner has.
Weirdest habit.
I don't know if I should be nice or mean.
What, nice?
Yeah, maybe
Can
on
I
the
answer that
kinder
question?
side.
Maybe be nice. Here I am thinking, I don't know if I can think of anything. She's like, there's so many.
I'm thinking of
There's
all my
so
pet
many.
peeves. I don't know. Weirdest habit.
I would say like something that's like the way that I would define habit would be something they do on a regular basis.
Like a
without
quirk.
thinking.
Without
okay.
thinking, it's just a natural thing they always
He's
do.
kind of trained himself out of it, and it's only weird because other people don't do it. I love it about you, and he's had to train himself out of it because it was getting in the way of our footage.
Mhm.
Is just humming constantly,
Mm.
always singing, drumming out a beat, humming. Just there's always music. But for the first
Then
couple
when I'm
years
holding a
of
camera,
us filming, anytime he's getting B-roll, he's humming in the background.
and you can hear it because the
Yeah.
camera's right in front
Yeah,
of you.
exactly.
And I was like, if we're giving
Actually-
people this raw footage, they don't want you
They
They
don't
humming.
don't
want
want
you
to
humming in the
hear you
background.
humming Edelweiss randomly.
yeah.
Like, I didn't know I was doing that.
Yeah, constant.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I feel like I've got it more under control, but I still
Mhm.
do it all the time.
Yeah.
I
You don't do
almost-
it when you're
Literally, we were at a meeting before this, and I realized that I almost started humming during the meeting while we're talking, and I'm like, that's just not gonna come off right.
Yeah.
Do-do-do,
Just
not
a
listening.
serious talk, and you're just.
Yeah,
He does it when it's the two of us. I don't
Yeah.
mind.
yeah, all the time, all the time.
I
What-
catch myself singing often, like when I'm shooting B-roll at a
Mm.
wedding or something, or like the dance party stuff. I'll listen back, and I'm like singing really loud, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness I'm not using any of this audio.
I think about that every time I'm filming worship at church.
Oh yeah,
Is I think of specifically Judah looking at the footage after with me singing along with worship.
Mhm.
I'm like, I'm not a
And
good
being like,
singer.
mm.
This is not nice for you.
I've heard you sing. You're a good singer.
Thank you.
I feel like you guys both should be on worship team.
No, you don't want me
You
to.
can join alongside me and Peter and Hadley and
You
get
do
me
not
teed
want me
up.
to.
Meg's got the choir situation.
I'm really
so
good
she
in
can
choir.
she can sing along
mm,
to anything, but if you're like, here, sing this song, she's like, I don't know how it goes. Even if it's a
Just
song
blanks.
she knows, but she'll sing along
Mhm.
to anything, and
Yeah.
she can sing well. But she just can't. She can't like think of what to sing and sing it.
okay.
Not a chance.
It is a little trickier to like carry the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
I did. I was on the worship team for a little bit, and I think anyone who was around was like, "Nah, this girl should not lead anyone."
Yeah, we got to get her off there.
So good. It's fine. Not my strength. What's my weird habit?
What's
Yeah, I'm trying to think of.
Tell me
There's
about my
so
weird
kind.
habit.
Can't
There's
even
so
think of
many.
one.
There's so many. Yeah. What is? Nothing's coming to mind. She's perfect and flawless.
Perfect. Wow, look at that.
He just doesn't find me weird anymore. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Oh,
That's what it.
He's
all right.
used to it.
So,
That's what that clicked one.
Yeah. So she doesn't know her own strength, and she will tease me by just punching me as hard as she can.
And then actually hurting you.
Well, but then she can't take it. She will instigate stuff, and she'll like push me or pinch me or punch me, and if I do anything, she's like, "Oh no!"
So you
I'm
don't
like,
know your
dude.
own strength, but you can't handle the.
Yeah, she's a bit of a glass cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a nice way to describe me. Glass cannon.
That's so kind.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we're gonna do creative ones, but we're gonna go fast.
Okay.
So
Right.
like
John
Just
can only
top
say
some
one
some
or
of
two.
these
the
are
head.
just like it's just picking one or the other, like either yes or no or like quick.
All right. So
Good
then
luck.
I'll just put one preface to everyone listening to me. This is a bad situation, and I don't know how to do this because I do not exist in binary. So he's going to ask me a question, I'm going to answer,
Yeah.
and it's probably not all the way true, but I'll just try to stick to just an answer.
Just an answer. Just the first thing that comes to
Yep.
your mind.
I'll try.
Editing or shooting?
Shooting.
Editing.
Yeah. Film or digital?
Digital.
Digital.
That makes
That's what I
sense.
do.
That makes
Like
sense.
film
Film's
is
cooler.
film is awesome.
Film is cooler.
It is not superior, but it
No.
is awesome.
Okay.
Bold colors or muted tones?
Bold.
Real.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That kind of
I didn't
speaks.
answer the question.
speaks
Yeah.
to
Which one of these two things? None of them and something
another
else.
option. Spontaneous creativity or
Spontaneous.
meticulously planned?
Spontaneous.
Everything is spontaneous in my life.
That's a good answer. Favorite time of day to create, like to be the most if you could pick a time of day to be like, that's when I'm gonna create. Whether that's when I want to shoot or like, that's a little bit more of a harder
Sunrise.
Yes or no? Sunrise. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Mine would
like,
have been sunrise or sunset.
yeah, like we love shooting sunrise and sunset. We tell people really often like,
Mhm.
"Oh, we should do sunrise," and
Nobody
I was like,
likes
"Oh
getting
yeah,
up
that's
early
cool,"
like
but
I
I'm
do.
not gonna be awake. I was like, "Well,
Well, then you don't get it.
sucks to
Fine.
suck."
My
Sunset.
other one, my third would be middle of the day, sun shining with a nice cloud, natural softbox.
Mm. I thought you were gonna say middle of the day or middle of the night, and I was like, "Great, that's all of the options now."
Yeah.
Sunrise, middle of the day, sunset, or middle of the night.
I like 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Perfect time. This one's kind of long shoots or short. Like either long shoot, lots of options for content, or short, sweet, have to get what you need.
Long.
I like the long.
Yeah.
I always like to have more than not enough. Or to be like, I hate being, I had a wedding, what's today, Tuesday? I had a wedding on Sunday. And I had, Emma, if you're listening to this, I love you. The bride gave me 1 hour for family photos, wedding party photos, and their photos. it was
So
a
you
very
did
tight
like
window.
10 minutes of the first two things and then 40.
I tried my best. Their family was actually fantastic. The ceremony luckily ended early, so I ended up having about like an hour and like 20 minutes, which
Sweet.
was fantastic. It was also very cold outside, and we did go outside for their photos and wedding party.
Cool.
But it was one of those situations where I loved everything I shot, but it was like I had to condense and like move people really quick, which I don't like to do. I like people to be able to like be natural, and so sometimes I find it hard to like get natural shots of people when you're like also in like a tighter time frame.
That's
But
why
yeah.
I said long, is that the relationship building and like knowing whatever, like I'm assuming we're talking weddings, but just in general, like there's just so much more you can gather from a person.
Yeah.
When you take the time.
When you take the time. Like honestly, my favorite weddings are the multi-day weddings, like not just one day even, but there's enough time to just like really know like the subjects.
Yeah. And I would say even for
and there's no rushing.
and even for doing commercial work, like I way prefer to have stuff that stays on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, there's other stuff. It's good stuff.
Mhm.
It just didn't end up fitting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then just have exactly what I need
Yeah.
because that
I love
bugs me.
having the time to make sure I get more than enough.
Yeah.
Music, will you work? Yes or no?
Depends what we're working on.
Yeah. So if it was up to me, I would say music while I work 100% of the time, except
Mhm.
that
If
when
you
I'm
could.
except that when I'm editing audio,
Mhm.
I can't. I
It's
cannot have if I'm doing anything with audio, even if I'm not proofing the audio or mixing the audio.
Mhm.
If I'm editing something where there is audio playing back, I can't have other
Yeah.
audio on.
I say no.
Mhm.
No music. Yes, audiobook.
Okay. See, I love music so much, but I cannot edit anything. Like, even if it's photos or even if it's
Oh, interesting.
purging footage, I can't do anything with music because I love music so much. I get so distracted. And
He
I'll
does
like
too.
I'll be like listening to a song and then a new song will come on. I'll be like, "Oh, this is awesome." I'll be like, "Who's this artist?" Then I'm on YouTube and then I'm like listening to different parts. I'm like, "Oh, that's a sweet guitar line. Let me like dive more into that." And then I'll pull my guitar out and then I'm just gone.
Yep.
So for me, it has to be,
Mhm.
if I'm putting something on, it's got to be like a TV show, like something that's just that
See,
I don't really have the interest, but it's just there as like background noise. It's
Yeah.
like I can't do just like quiet.
That's so interesting because I am the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
If any show of anything, including something that I didn't have a lot of interest on, if there was a visual aspect of it, I would be way more distracted by that than just something to listen
Yeah,
to.
to me, the visual aspect just doesn't bother me. Like The Office, I mean, it's my go-to. I'll just like put that on, and it's just like background noise, no matter what I'm doing. Half the time, I'm not even looking at it. Like, and I know The Office so well that I don't even need to actually visually watch it. I could just listen to it, and I know exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
Which might be a problem.
Nah.
But go to, this kind of might relate to the other question, but like go to snack when you're deep in a creative zone, like when you're deep in editing or something. Like, what's like, I need a snack? Is it going to revert to your favorite snack before?
No.
Or
No,
same?
that's a nighttime watching a show. Coffee, then
That
a
counts.
tea, then a water,
In that order.
then water with lemon. Just shifting through all of the beverages in my house. It's my snack.
Yeah, I'm a no snack guy.
No snack, yeah.
Because so I use a snack when I need help staying engaged.
I thought you were
So,
going to
like-
say
so,
I need
like-
a snack when I've done something progressive and it's like a little treat to yourself. Like,
No.
yes, I
well,
did a good job. Quick snack.
Yeah, maybe.
It's
But
you
it's
come
like
down when you can't focus.
Yeah.
You're like
Mm.
I need a snack because I need a reason to stay at my desk. Like
Yeah.
I need something that's
keep you
keeping
there.
me there, keeping me engaged, because otherwise my brain just goes somewhere else. Whereas when I'm like locked in, I'm deep in editing, I don't need my body doesn't need anything. I don't need water. I don't need food. I'm just like 100% of my brain is in the edit, which is a wonderful space to be in, but I can't always like get there.
Yeah, it's tricky to get there. Where do you go for inspiration? If you're just like, I need some inspiration. Go for like a walk. I was going to list off.
I was gonna. It sounded like you were about to answer, so I was waiting.
yeah, it's probably exercise for me. If I'm like specifically not necessarily inspiration, but like motivation.
Okay,
If I'm like having a hard time getting motivated,
Mhm.
like if I'm totally honest, a lot of my work is not the most creative. Like I do a lot of just get the task done work. And the thing that helps me is movement. So
That's
run, bike ride, rock climbing, being in the garden.
Yeah, if I need inspiration, then obviously it totally depends on what I'm doing and what I'm working on. But some of my go-tos for inspiration is either music videos.
That's a good one.
Just because I feel like more than lots of genres of video.
Mm-hmm.
Music videos are just very willing to like push limits and experiment.
Yeah.
So usually when I'm craving inspiration, it's because I'm craving like, show me something I've never seen before.
Yeah.
I need to get my head like outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be something like that, or it'll be like literature.
Yeah.
I love to read fiction, and that's where I draw inspiration sometimes, but that's less direct.
Yeah.
If I need reset though, like if I need to reset my brain, then physical activity, exercise.
That's a good one. Okay, we're gonna do Would You Rather.
Oh,
and we're gonna do these
another preface. I'm so bad at these. I'm
Fast.
so bad.
We're gonna do even faster.
Do we have to pick one?
Yeah,
That's
you
the
have to pick
that
one.
is
That's
the idea.
That's the idea. Big wedding or intimate elopement.
Intimate elopement.
Plan every detail or go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
Plan and then go with the flow.
Travel for work or work from home.
Work from home.
Yep.
Work from home.
These are unfair and rude.
Quick edit or perfectionist edit. Like 24-hour turnaround versus, or let's say like 12-hour turnaround as opposed to
This whatever the second
3
one is,
weeks.
because that's never
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Whatever the option that
Option 2.
isn't 12 hours.
Solo shoot or collaborative.
Collaborative.
I didn't say that word right. Collaborate.
Collaborative.
Bold outfit or neutral.
Bold.
Bold.
I like it.
Sorry, I yelled.
I'm neutral. I'm like greens, beiges, blacks.
Yeah, we all know you're boring. We get it.
Yeah, I get it. People always like get on my case about like, because I wear the same thing. I have black jeans. I have 2 pairs of these blue jeans, and then I have black jeans.
How old are you?
6.
26. Actually, I turned 27 on Friday.
Happy birthday. John was like you at your age.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah, and then I grew out of
You
it.
just got to get a few years older and then you'll get
and
bold.
then you'll realize you're like,
I
Well,
probably
time
just
is
need
short.
to like. I probably just need. It's not that. It's the more I have trouble coordinating the color. Like, I'll try something bold, and I'll be like, Hadley, what do you think? And she'll look at me and be like, you seriously think that like in any way goes together? And I'll be like,
so
Are you
pro tip.
colorblind?
Pro
I'm
tip.
not, but
Okay.
Okay,
Just checking.
so pro tip. If you, and this is for anyone listening, if you want to like embrace a more bold style, stop asking people what they think of it.
Yeah.
true.
What do you think? Do you
Because
like it?
because
Go for it.
99% of someone seeing your look and being like, dang, that's cool, is you not giving a crap what they think of your outfit.
That is the
As
most
soon as-
accurate.
As soon as you are dressing for someone else, your options are either anxiety or
true.
Settle.
this,
Yeah.
Whatever this is.
Whatever this is.
which is like I'm gonna be. No, I'm not trying to
We're
be
not
mean.
even in bold outfit choices. Right?
Yeah, here I am wearing green.
It's the rudest thing Tron has ever said to me.
No,
That's really me.
no. Let me
I
use
like
more
your
words.
sweater.
Whatever
So guys, this is Would You Rather. We don't have time to elaborate. So to clarify, because I experienced this, I wanted to like dress in an expressive and interesting way, and I found that I was just stressed about it all the time. So I was like, the best way that I can make a statement and not be stressed about it is to make the simplest statement of all, which is that I'm not going to make a statement. So I would only wear black.
Yeah.
And then I found that I would see things and be like, I want to wear that, but it's not black, so I guess I can't. And I realized, what the crap? I can wear whatever I want.
Which is so accurate because I feel like every time I see you, I'm like, dang, this guy's got like such a cool outfit. I feel like every time
That is so nice.
Thanks.
I just had to make a nice compliment.
He spends
after
so little money on his clothes.
Yo, thrift store, man.
Yeah.
It's got everything you need.
Yeah, including these jeans that
I don't think that I don't care. Like I am like Hadley will tell you, I have the least care for what people think about me.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they're specific people. There's specific people that I
like your mom.
And John.
yeah, and John that I care like if
You
they
heard it
tell me
here.
something, I will actually listen. But for the most part, I just like the simplicity of like I have 4 of these exact same sweaters, just
What is
different colors. Original Studios.
Jack and Jones.
Jack and Jones. Fantastic quality. Like I just buy the high quality and the same of everything and then wear it over. I have the same like 7 t-shirts, different colors.
Yeah.
But they're all browns, greens,
Or black.
And if you like it, there's no problem with that.
Oh,
like
I just love it. I just love the simplicity of like no matter what I put on, it matches.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing.
I don't have that in my life anymore. And there is a part of that I miss of just like not thinking about it. But also I just love seeing something being like, dang, that's sick and so weird. So I'm going to wear it.
Let's shift to gear and business tools.
Okay.
So this, I'm not going to make you do quick because this will be, some of them might. I feel like
I'll try to be quick.
Must have, I don't want to get into camera because that's, must have lens. Let's say like shooting weddings, video, lens.
Zoom.
Amen.
What's mine?
Yeah, well, yours is a zoom too.
I know, but mine is the best lens.
Yours, right?
But I
hers
don't know what it
is full frame equivalent is 50 millimeters to 100 millimeters, and like that's at f1.7.
Yep,
it rocks. It's like as a solo that would probably feel like not flexible enough, which is valid. But our combination is incredible because I shoot equivalent to 24 to 50 and she shoots 50 to 100,
so you get everything
and like genuinely like there's not a lot of drawbacks because we're not shooting on 24 to 100 and compromising on depth of field and stuff, so it rocks. But I would say my favorite lens is a zoom lens, because
you have to have a zoom
because this idea is like, oh no, 50, that's like nope. Not if you want to capture establishing shots. Oh, 35. It's like not if you're doing portraits. It's just, it's not going to be the same. You want that. You want those details. Like it's not going to look the same on 35. You're going to want something tighter.
Yeah, like you're going to be swapping lenses all day long too.
Yeah.
And so we shoot fairly similar, but just up a bit. 24 to 70. I rock, and then Hadley's 70 to 200,
which makes for photos
which
makes sense.
Like for photos, we do that for video. I'm as well, which I have come to love. I love when Hadley's like can be like far back and just be like clean, like even 200 millimeters in on a couple, and just like completely bokeh background. It's just nice and crispy, and I'm still getting all the establishing. I think I do want to switch and go 14 to 35.
Yeah.
And then the 24 to 70, so that we're kind of getting some of those wider a little more. But has to be zoom. I mean, you just photo. I like photo. If I'm shooting by myself, I'm doing 24 to 70 and then 85 mil.
Yeah.
And it's like beauty all day. But video, we started shooting weddings on Prime.
So did we.
Because that's what we had at the time.
And
someone asked us to do
internet loves to tell you like, well, best bang for your buck is Prime, which if you're just comparing image to image, like still to still or shot to shot, like, okay, I paid $400 for this Prime and this is what it looks like. Or I paid $900 for this zoom and this is what it looks like. We have been trained for the last 15 years that shallow depth of field equals better shot. So people would feel like, well, the best bang for your buck, like you're going to get a nicer image from a Prime, which is kind of true. But when it comes to actually shooting something, like actually creating a story, it's not about does this shot look great? It's did I get a great shot? And it's way easier to make sure you get a great shot on a zoom lens because you can be more versatile, you can be faster, you can be spur of the moment.
And you can get multiple angles and multiple like perspectives.
And you can just cover so much at the same time. And I feel like some reason why people don't go zoom is because they also maybe just don't understand depth of field, and they'll be like within 50 millimeter range and they'll be like, oh, I'll just go to 35. But then now you're going to be out wide and the couple's going to look all messed up. Yeah. So I feel like that's a side of why people go Prime is because they're like, oh, is like it's almost like a safety net of like, no matter where I'm standing, they're going to look fine. But if you're
it just means you got to move around way more.
You got to move around. But with the zoom, it's like 24 to 70. If I'm standing in one spot of the room, I can capture so much content around me.
Yeah.
Like,
you
and
can
which
be so
I love.
much less invasive and intrusive.
Less invasive. Like, how'd they get so many great shots being able to like just stand on the outskirts of a room during like cocktail hour and just seeing like
with that,
grandma
like,
and grandpa
sniper
and
shots.
just all of a sudden she's just like boom right there. Like
Yeah.
with a prime, you're like getting in the way. And I found that like when we shoot with we shot one wedding with a photographer, and I kid you not, she shot on a 35 mil all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she was in so many shots.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't do
What's her name?
it.
Just kidding.
I won't
Don't
say.
do it.
You might know.
Horrible.
Favorite editing software? DaVinci Resolve.
No. So my favorite is Final Cut Pro.
It is.
But someone would say, "Oh, it's better than DaVinci Resolve." No, I wouldn't say it's better.
Preference.
But it is my favorite.
Yeah.
Magnetic Timeline rocks. It is so great, especially because I cut so much stuff to music.
Mm-hmm.
Magnetic Timeline is just amazing. I love it. And Final Cut's keyword system of being able to organize a single clip into multiple different bins and a single moment, like a single snippet, categorizing it multiple ways.
Okay.
Superior. Absolutely incredible.
For our workflow, especially.
For our workflow,
critical.
for weddings, it is incredible. But whenever I'm editing commercial, I edit in Resolve because the tool set, the size of the tool set that Resolve has is bigger. And for commercial work, I need that. And I like Resolve. And color correction and color grading in Resolve, great. Their node system, the node tree rocks.
Yeah.
It is the better way to grade for sure. If I was able to combine those two things and get Final Cut's Magnetic Timeline and their keyword system with Resolve's color and Resolve's larger toolkit, that would be the best.
The best. Meg?
I really like the Photos app.
Scrolling through.
No, Final Cut's, yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
feel
the one
like
I know.
now it's like preference. It's a matter of like what you prefer. I mean, I started with Premiere Pro.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause that's what Tim got me started on. And
Sorry
then
about that.
as soon it was rough. I found it so much more complex. And so I find DaVinci super user friendly. Like everything is right in front of your face and it's right there and it's super well like described. Like you can really easily figure out what everything is and what all your tools are. I like the workflow of it, but I also just love that it's a one-time buy, which is fantastic. For now, it is changing. I think next year.
Yeah.
They're
We
switching
don't
to
want
like
more subscriptions.
they're changing it to, which I also really love, is it's not a forced subscription.
Yeah, it's a pay for
you
upgrade.
pay and then it's pay for upgrades.
Yeah.
So once they come out with upgrades, it's like you can determine, do I want that? Do I not? But then it's also still a one-time pay for that upgrade, and it's
and
like
you keep it.
yeah, you keep it forever, and it's like, oh, we have a new upgrade. It's gonna be $3 to get these upgrades or whatever. So, and I've come to love the AI voice isolation.
Yeah, dialogue
Especially for
isolation.
the podcast, I like put that to like 80% on every one, and it makes it sound
Which,
beautiful.
to clarify for anyone who isn't familiar with it, they're like, "Wait, you're using AI?" It's not AI.
No, it's not AI.
It's machine
this is
learning.
actually not my voice
Which-
right now.
Yeah,
George
this is-
has
all of
made
our
it
voices
all
are
of
different.
himself.
Yeah. No, it's machine learning, which has been around since so long,
Oh, very long.
like 10 years.
They
We've
just
had
call
machine
it
learning.
AI,
They call it
which
AI
I
because
don't
then people
understand.
understand that it's cool.
Yeah,
Which
hip.
it is cool, but it's still just machine learning.
Yeah.
And those tools are great.
Go to travel gear. Now that's a very broad question.
Travel, like luggage.
Let's yeah. What's your preferred suitcase?
Our go-to bag is called the douche bag.
The
Yeah,
douche bag.
seriously,
Yeah.
that's
I
what.
think
So
I've
the
heard
brand
that.
is now it's just
Now
called
it's
DB,
DB.
but it used to be called douchebags.
And honestly, I bought it because I like the name.
yeah, and yeah, they're like a
sweet
ski / travel
Okay.
brand.
Really great modular
Yeah,
kit.
maybe.
Let's say it's we're referring to, let's say you're going on a trip and it's like I'm bringing one piece of gear for photo or video.
Fujifilm X100V.
Yeah.
Both
Also,
the
we're
same.
not working, but I'm bringing my camera.
True. I'm always bringing my camera everywhere I go.
Yeah,
But
that-
the other thing that whenever we're like traveling for work, and we pretty much only pull it out for more adventurous travel weddings,
Mm-hmm.
is our GoPro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We genuinely still use it a lot. Like pass it off to
Yeah.
people, get them
Mm-hmm.
to like use it for adventurous things. And yep,
I feel like I have mine, but I
we
never
do.
use it.
We don't use it for anything
We don't use it for-
normally.
no,
It's
yeah.
just like we're at a cottage weekend or
Yeah.
someone's doing a hike or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
GoPro.
One business tool you can't live without.
Him.
You calling me a tool?
I was gonna say
Great big
camera.
tool.
Yeah. A business tool I can't live without. Here's going to be a little bit of a weird one. It's a business tool because we are self-employed,
Mhm.
but it's not designed to be a business tool.
Yep.
YNAB, you need a budget, which is just like a budgeting software.
app. I thought you just said wine. I was like,
No,
a
wine.
bottle of wine.
Wine
YNAB.
Can't live with that.
You need a budget. YNAB. I just started with W.
No. Yeah. Not because YNAB is the superior budgeting software, but because budgeting. I was just like budgeting in general. I think that if you are doing any sort of freelance, self-employment, private contracting sort of work, and you make money, like you pay yourself,
Yep.
you absolutely need a budget.
Mm-hmm.
And I continue to be surprised hearing people that don't have a budget. It's one thing if you are just buckets of cash and you can't spend all the money you have, and you're like, yeah, I don't budget. It's like, okay, like, sure, like
Endless money.
I don't watch what I eat as much as someone else because I don't have like allergy.
Mm-hmm.
But if I did, I would, and I don't have endless money, so I do watch it,
Yeah.
you know. So I'd say that. Like,
Sure. You say YNAB, I'll say our cameras.
yeah,
So
I would
that
say
might
they're
be a
pretty
little-
essential.
Yeah, you get rid of those, and I don't know if you'd be in business anymore. I mean, you might.
Yeah, we'll just
Well,
do
it's
other
just all
things.
the editing. Yeah, actually.
Or we'll just rent.
Or
Yeah.
rent.
Yeah.
I always thought about that, but it's not feasible.
No, it's
It'd be feasible for like a couple times.
Yeah,
but
for as
after
often
that,
as we're
you're
using
paying
it.
more money to rent them than you are to use them.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
There we
it. I have some more like deep dive ones, but
Sure.
that's really deep. Let's
That's really
let's do a
deep.
couple of them.
Sure. Just let us know what your last question is, and we'll just really dig in. Really make
Really dig
it
in.
profound.
What part of your creative partnership are you most proud of?
I would say I'm most proud that we keep wanting to work together. That like we don't get sick of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Not because we never want to like have time to ourselves,
Yeah.
but I don't think we've ever been working on a project or, shooting together or working together or traveling for work and thought like, oh my gosh, I'm so sick of being with you or doing this with you. I've never a single time had that thought.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever had the thought, oh, I wish this was someone else that I was doing this with. Never had that. And I like,
Except the wedding that I shot with you. You were like, this is pretty fantastic,
yeah.
I won't tell George that you came home and said, I just missed you.
Ow. I don't
Hey.
blame you. I don't
Hey.
blame you.
Yeah, George is nice, guys, but he ain't my wife.
That's true.
Yeah, I really like that. My very first thought was communication. I'm just really proud of how we figured out how to communicate with each other and with our clients. And like, I mean, our entire business is technically communication. So that's interesting. But I never wonder where you're at or if we're good or anything like that. Like, I'm so proud of how we get on the same page and stay on the same page with each other. And yeah, that like we have our own language. And I know sometimes I overthink it when we're on this podcast or whatever, because I'm kind of mean, but I know 100% you're never offended. And that's the only reason why I can do that. Because if I was ever worried that you would be offended, I would not.
Yeah,
I wouldn't poke fun.
I would totally second that. I'm proud of our ability to poke fun at each other and it never be detrimental. I know that not everyone experiences that.
And like it goes against some advice. Some people are never be mean to your
never be mean to your spouse,
your partner, or like sarcasm is like really negative and stuff. But I don't know. You poked fun at me yesterday. I don't remember what it was. You made a joke at me, and I laughed and laughed and laughed, and I was like, "Yeah, 100%, you're right."
I don't even remember what it was.
Yeah.
Me neither. But I don't remember what you said. But I honestly had this feeling of like, you know me, and I feel so safe and cozy in that, and that's really wonderful. So
I think that's fantastic. I think there's not enough people that have that, and I feel like that can be really healthy in a relationship because it's that healthy side of like, I don't have to, it's almost like I don't have to be filtered. You know, it's like I can say whatever is on my mind and you know that I'm joking. Like you know, and I think that's like a hard place to get for some couples to get to that point of being like, I can make a joke at your expense and you being comfortable.
Yeah, and I will say that there obviously like there are limits. And it's not like we just say whatever we want to and make whatever jokes we want to. Like there absolutely are limits and there are boundaries, but we've just found that
we know them.
Yeah, we know where those are, and there's a lot of room in there to have fun and be silly, and I think that
and then create really fun things out of that, like creative, playful energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when Meg punches you. And
it's so fun and creative.
It is really fun.
Gives me a bruise on my arm.
I'm sorry.
True. She doesn't really give me bruises.
I don't think I bruised you.
She'll like give me like a Charlie horse, like punch me right on the bicep or something.
Yeah, in the worst spot.
Yeah,
possible.
which is loving and
It's all out of love.
What would be one of your biggest challenges that you've faced together with the business? I would say let's dive to that side.
Challenges with business.
It's a good one. Does something come to your mind?
Not right away.
Yeah, like
so many of our big challenges have been personal and external.
Yeah,
thankfully. Like,
and maybe I would say that like our biggest business challenge has been like in a healthy way separating our business and personal.
Yeah.
Even though we're married and we're raising kids together and we're running a business together, like defining that boundary, I would say has been tricky. And I feel like we've gotten to a place where for the last while we've been in like a really good rhythm of that, but it isn't always easy. And there's certainly times where like it's hard to not let like the personal stuff bleed into business. But I think we found that you can't divide those things too strictly, like too severely, because I'm not a dad sometimes and a business owner other times. I'm both all the time. And yeah, like just learning to find like where those things have place, where those things get preference, but not like dividing them too much, not segregating them too much.
Yeah, I was just remembering another challenge that we've faced and we've kind of overcome is my anxiety. Because I started having panic attacks 6 years ago. One was on the night of a session, my first panic attack, like minutes before Jon was set to leave. As in we were set to leave and I couldn't because I had a full-blown, completely debilitating panic attack and developed anxiety like overnight, just one day. That started. And one of the big sources of anxiety for me was sessions and timing and like forgetting things. And
you used to have like straight up nightmares that we would show up to a wedding and not have the details right
forgotten
or
something.
Okay, I
forgotten
still
something.
have those dreams.
I feel like everybody's got to have that.
I don't
dream
know. I don't
still.
mean nightmares and you had a dream, as in you would stress out
Yeah.
about that.
And
about
we
that
would
idea.
accidentally end up at a wedding an hour early because I was so anxious about being
Yeah.
late. I had a panic attack during a session at the Elora Gorge one night because I was worried that John and our clients were gonna fall, and they were safe, but my brain was not. And being able to just like really take the time to dial in and like do therapy and like process, and like we're still early to almost every session, often half an hour or so, and that's like one of the things that I think, yeah, it's definitely something we've overcome, because it used to be more, and now John's come to terms with like, I'd rather you be less anxious about being late
and us be early.
So we'll just account for that time. One of the other things that we've like tangibly done with our business is we don't travel more than 100 kilometers on a wedding day ever. And that's like, I have to explain it to all our clients because they're like, why? Like that means we have to pay for a 2-night stay. And I'm like, yes, it does. But it eliminates so many variables.
Yeah.
Because one of the sources of my anxiety was that we would get in a car accident on the way to or from a wedding. And we're both driving together. We've got 3 dependents. Like, absolutely, like, we need to limit and mitigate some risk. So we've just like instituted certain policies in order to manage my anxiety and just like retain some control. I can't control everything, but I think it's actually made us better business owners because we put in better and safer practices for our sake and for our clients' sake.
And they all come with compromises, right? Like we're aware that if we tell our clients, hey, because of how far away your wedding is, you need to pay for 2 nights stay. There's clients that will be like, oh, we can't afford that. Okay.
And that's absolutely worth my peace of mind.
Yeah, but we've just had to accept that, like, and this is something that I would say to anyone who's freelancing or running their own business, entrepreneuring in any sort of way. It's like, take time to understand the boundaries that your mental health require, because your employer's not going to do that because you don't have an employer. So you can't say, hey, boss, I can't do that, or I need to stick to this policy because that's what is best for me. You need to self police your schedule, your limits, your calendar. And I think that too often, especially with like just like the very pervasive like grind culture out there, people just will just set aside their mental health because they're like, oh, I'm busy working. And it's like, but it will negatively affect your work and your life in a very real and tangible way if you neglect that. And I'm thankful that we had the wisdom and just like the advice of people around us early on in our business journey to start implementing that stuff early rather than like waiting to like burn out and crash out and then be like, we need to get our life in order. But yeah, it has been tricky to navigate, to say no to opportunities because it's like, well, I know if we say yes to that, we're going to be absolutely stressed out of our minds. So that's another, like you asked earlier about like short deadlines or long deadlines. That's a reason that we will not do same day edits. Like we won't. And we've had couples be like, hey, we're willing to pay you a lot of money to do a same day edit. And we have to be like, nope.
But it's like, putting yourself, it's like, is that going to be like, it's finding that level of like, the money isn't really worth it to put myself through, especially if that's not, I mean, there's some people who love that. There's some people who absolutely love, oh, absolutely, I love having 6 hours to try and like throw an edit together or something.
Yeah,
and
the
that's
challenge
great.
is invigorating.
But there's others who are just like, that's not worth my mental capacity or load to do something like that. And it's totally fair. It comes down to everybody individually, right? That is fantastic. That was great. I appreciate you guys coming on again.
Thanks for having us.
And we'll definitely have you back again.
Sure.
I feel like you guys might be the most reoccurring guests.
Can we interview you?
Yeah, we
let's
should
do it.
interview you sometime.
I was thinking about that.
Come up
That'd be
with all
fun.
sorts of these goofy would you rather questions that you can't elaborate on.
Thanks for having us. This
Yeah,
is great.
let's do that. How about the next time we have you back, you guys can interview me,
All right.
and we'll see.
You
if,
guys, you heard
Can
it
Hadley
here.
be here, please?
Yeah, we'll get Hadley too.
Yeah.
And then you two can just come
Grill you.
prepared with
we'll-
whatever you
oh.
want for Hadley and I both.
Cool.
We'll do that. That sounds like a good idea to
All
me.
right.
That'll be fun.
Amazing. Well, thank
We'll
you
be
guys
nice.
again.
John's making
Yeah,
this like
yeah.
he'll be mean.
No,
we'll
he's
be
getting
nice.
ready in his head. He's
Well-
like, oh, I got to start thinking of all these good questions.
We'll be nice.
Cool.
But thank you guys again. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Thank you for joining us today on Coffee and Creatives. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.